Hello and welcome. My name's Beck and you're watching Beck's Crafty Nook. I tried to clean up a bit, but it's still a mess because I've been making stuff. So today we have another pattern review. I was really excited to make this. So as soon as I finished the beach bums, I went straight back to the blog and I made some unicorns. So this is Spinning Yarn Crochet again. And this is her 2D unicorn pattern. It's super easy to do, but there's not a lot of pictures. So I think this is the only picture. Let me just check. Yep. Yes, that is the only picture that she gives you throughout the pattern. However, you can see the pattern is, does it say how many pages? 7 pages long. She has an introduction where she talks about how her inspiration for the pattern. So she said that she had found a similar picture. I don't know if it was on her Pinterest board or something like that, but she'd seen a picture. She went to go find it so she could buy the pattern and make it, and she couldn't find it. So then she went to create her own. She did come across somebody else who had something similar but not quite right. So she just contacted that person and said, do you mind that I put this pattern out? And they were like, yeah, that's totally fine, because I actually got my inspiration from another picture that I'd seen and I couldn't find it. So similar kind of thing. I think this is one of her earlier patterns. I think the beach bums was too, but I found beach bums on Pinterest and then I found this through her website somehow. I'm not sure, because when you go like straight to the website you can't find it up the top. Oh no, I probably saw it at the Etsy shop. I saw it up around the top of the Etsy shop. So I think this is very popular on the Etsy shop, which is fantastic because it's a great pattern. So I'm going to give you a little slideshow of the reviews because I got so much inspiration from the reviews. And then let's take a look at what I made. And then we're going to talk a bit more about the pattern. But the exciting thing is to see what I made. So I've made 3 of these guys and I'm on my 4th one. So the first one I made is this beautiful girl. So this is the knitting yarn from the cheap shops in Australia. I have these glitter eyes from Temu. Pretty sure these are 18mm. And then I just did embroidery, so I just went across, I did a middle, 2 there, and then a couple of stitches there because it was like a bit straight. So I did 2 tiny stitches there. This one I went 3 in, and then, sorry, dog was barking. So I did, 3 stitches in, 3 across, and then in the middle I just tacked it down. So the thing about the not having any photos is I wasn't sure. So she does show her embroidery, obviously. She tells you exactly where I place my eye and how many stitches, but it's just described. And this is her mouth. Yeah, the thing about it is I was like, oh, am I supposed, because it's like a 2D thing, what do I do on the other side? So especially because like she describes when you do the hair, because you attach it on this side with the, you know, you put your hook through the little plait bit and then you make a loop and pull through your threads. And she does say, like, it's written very well. If you just read it carefully, it's written very well. She says exactly how long she makes her lengths, although I think I just grabbed a piece of cardboard and I wrapped it around. I'm like, oh, that's about right. So I think she actually made her lengths longer, but this works for me. So, and everything's going to be unique that you make. Oh God, my dogs keep barking. So yes, she does say specifically, so when you're putting on the mane, it's like this. And she does say, we styled ours by taking these few strands and putting it between the horn and the ear. And then she describes where she puts the ears. I put them like one straight up and one straight out with this in between, because you're kind of surface crocheting. So I wanted to be able to put one stitch in there. So when we look at this side, if it's like that, I just tuck it behind the ear like that. And there's a couple of pictures you would have seen in the reviews where they've plaited the mane. That looks really beautiful. So I just did exactly the same on the other side. And this side turned up a bit nicer. So that's what I did. But there was no specific pictures. And she didn't say, I don't think, to do the same on both sides when she talked about embroidering the eyes. But I'm guessing she assumed that you would. It'd be weird if you didn't put it on the other side too. So yeah, she does describe all that. She describes exactly how many strands in your bundles, especially so for the tail, you put all the strands in a bundle and you do 5 lots of those. And whereas the hair, you're doing 1 strand each little plait bit. Which way are we? This way. You're putting 1 through every single plait. And I did mine all the way down to the corner, but she did specifically say what she had done. And then I just kept looking at the picture to check. She says where to start sewing around. She says how to sew the legs on. So you make all the pieces. You make 2 bodies. You make 2 ears, a horn, and the 4 legs, and you stuff the legs, and then you sew the legs on first to the back piece, the ears to the back piece, and the horn. You can see where I've sewn them in here. And then on the front, you will stitch around the whole thing, stuff it, and then do your mane. So, I might do a will it market, but it takes time. So each panel took me 1 hour. All 4 legs took 1 hour, so that's 3 hours. And then these don't take long, maybe 10 minutes each, 10, 20, 30. So what's that? 1, 2, 3 and a half hours. But you know, I'm not crazy busy. We will do a will it market, but they're just so cute. I'm happy to make them. And also, the pattern is very easy to memorize. Okay, sorry, I got interrupted because I ran out of phone storage. So it's a different day and I'm just editing the video. So let's finish it. Yes, so I was saying it's an easy pattern to memorize because you do your so many across and then it's so many up, and then you do just like a partial thing and then you add a couple on, and yeah, it's easy and it's quite mindless, like a blanket. You can do it in front of the telly, which is why I don't mind. Sorry, I gotta find where the camera is. That's why I don't mind doing this pattern, because it's like a, you know, afternoon, watch TV, no big deal. Same with the legs, like it's just so many chain and then so many rows, and they're easy to count because every line is 2 rows, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8. So you can stop and start, it's no big deal. The only thing you have to concentrate on, and that I needed to reread the pattern, so I pretty much memorized this after the first one, was the ears and the horn, and they take 10 minutes to make, so it's no big deal. And then I put them all in a little baggie. I made a little short. So I make the 2 body pieces, I put them all in a baggie, I do all the parts, I cut all the hair, and then I sit down at my kitchen bench and I put it all together. So there's this one. I'm going to show you the 4th one that I'm working on. I haven't finished making it yet, but it's a little more difficult. And I'll show you why. So we did this one. Then I made this one. Love this one. This is the rest of the vintage yarn that I used in the Circle of Friends blanket pattern. And yeah, I just moved they're a little squashed because they've been in a bag. And I did beautiful green eyes on her. I don't know why the quality of the last video was a little blurry. I think this is quite similar, but this is the iPad, whereas the other one I was filming on the phone, so who knows. Here's the 3rd one that I made. I love this one too. And I did a little mixture of I had some purple scraps of like chenille yarn, so I popped that in. I love this color. That was so cool. And we did golden eyes for her. I've got one more set of eyes and they are blue. So I'll go get the other one that I'm making, the last one I'm making, and show you why it's been a little difficult. One sec. Alright, this is the last one I'm going to make with the eyes that I have, and then I'll get more eyes. And I have a feeling it's coming out smaller. I haven't checked. Let me check. Oh, maybe not. Yes, it is a little smaller. See? Yeah, just a little bit. Same rows and everything, but the yarn is, I just thought black and white would look good as a horse, but it almost looks like a zebra. So I don't know, I'm going to finish making it. Maybe because it's going to be smaller, I can use smaller eyes and do another bigger unicorn, but of course it's going to take the same amount of time. And this is Shorn Sheep, and they say they're 8-ply, but they're thinner. It says 8-ply. I get these from Big W if you're in Australia. This is a 4mm hook. I'm using the same size hook, but it's smaller. And it's really difficult to count. See how you can't, like you sort of can see the rows, but not like you could in the plain colors. And even the other variegated, whoop, it's quite easy to see the rows. Even this one, you can see the striping of the rows, but that black and white one is really difficult. And I think just black and white in general are difficult colors to see stitches. So my bad. I may even start another one in a thicker yarn. So yeah, here's all my unicorns. Let's get them together. Really happy with them. I'm happy with the pattern. I made lots of short form content from them. Yeah, I'm really happy with them. I think it's a great pattern. So not a lot of photos, but very easy. Oh. Come on. I'm going back to the other room in a minute. So my only criticisms are not a lot of photos, but it is written really well. It's also written in the order that you make the toy. So the first instructions are the body. You make 2 body pieces. The next instructions, I think, are the ears. And the next one is the horn. And then it says all about assembly. So there's enough written instructions that you can really understand. The only other thing is, like, it would be good to have some photos of construction. But it is easy enough, you can figure it out. And if you read it and do it step by step, which is what I did, I had the instructions out and I was doing it at the same time. And once you've made one, they're just so easy to do. So yeah, no tester gallery, but there's a lot of inspiration from the reviews. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you're going to make one too. They're so cute. If you do, let me know. You can tag me on Instagram and tag Yarn Crochet. I think I'm not sure if she's on Instagram. We'll have a look. But yeah, tag me. I'd love to see what you make. And I'll put my handle here and in the description. All right, I'll see you soon for another pattern review. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you see. And check out these other videos.